Hello, welcome back to Creepin' It Colorful. My name's Lori, and I was doing a look over my books to see what I should color today. I wasn't quite sure, and then I remembered I started this, and then I was going to save the background for a Thursday background, but I thought, nope, I'll do that for something else. I'll just get this one done because it's bothering me that it's not done. So I'm just going to do the background on this one, and I'm going to do chalk. I have 3 different colors of chalk over here at the side, and then I'm going to use the gray chalk for the cloud parts, which seems kind of, I'm trying to figure out where they are, actually. I see one cloud probably back behind here. Maybe that's a cloud up there, or is this whole thing the cloud? But then, what's this thing? Because it has no... I'm having a Tara moment, Tara. I'm starting to pick apart my page. But yeah, okay. So maybe this isn't going to be as easy as I thought. Maybe all these are clouds in different levels. I'll see what I can do with that. Anyway, we'll do the blue background. Let's see here. Get my little makeup thing here. What color do I want to put down first? You know what? I like this color. Smoosh it in there. And I don't care that I'm going to go over those dots, because I got plans for those. So we'll just see if I can get around and in and out of these little boogers here. This is going to be fun, isn't it? We have rain today. We're not getting the snow feel like we were before. Now it's just dreary. I guess it's in the 30s or 40s out there, and it's just rainy. Believe me, I can feel it. I feel it raining before it actually does sometimes, especially, you know, when the weather's colder. You feel it in my bones and my joints, everywhere. I'm kind of liking this color. It's pretty. It's like a teal. I'm just going to go over top of those. It's not hurting them too much. It actually is. Actually, what I'm doing is rubbing the freaking... Okay, you didn't hear that. I'm rubbing the chalk. When I'm rubbing the chalk, I'm rubbing the green off of there. That's kind of taking me off a little bit there, but I'll work with it. I'm going to see, look at that. There's the green smudge right there. This is what I'm going to do. Move it around here. Try to work in between them a little bit. Just a little bit. What I should be using is a Q-tip, I think. That might, let me see if that works better for me. But I won't get much on it. It'll take forever, but as long as I'm not rubbing that green around. There's a big piece of chalk. I tried to shave the chalk off the chalk pieces the best that I could without making big pieces, but it still did. Is there a trick to it? Am I not doing it right? Not shaving it off with my X-Acto knife right? Or what the heck? This is working a little better. I'm not getting too much of the green off of it. There's a little bit there, but this is why I sometimes do the backgrounds first. And I'm not quite sure what my reasoning for not doing this one like that. I'm having an issue here. Look at this. The line here goes there, but then that one stops there. So there's no ending here. I gotta stop. Just color. Just color. Just schmooze it on there. It does not matter. It's not important. right? Just do it, do it, do it. I like using the chalky backgrounds because it makes it so soft looking. And I think a winter scene needs that soft look. I wasn't going to color today, but I usually set my weekends aside for my coloring. And I've been having to do a lot here at home by myself, so I decided, you know what, I'm taking a break from everything that I'm making myself do or thinking that I have to do, and taking just a little bit of time for myself. And I'm going to share that time with you guys. Gotta take time for yourself every now and then. All the kitty cats are taking a snooze, so they're not bothering me. They won't bother me till 5 o'clock. That's when their feeding time at the zoo is. Actually, going to use what I was experimenting with in the last video for my backgrounds. I'm going to actually use that on this paper. On this page, because this is a one-sided page. I didn't even tell you what book this is, but I think it's Creative Haven Winter Scenes. I think that's what this one is. I'll do it. I'll show you in a little bit when I'm all done. Just before I use that special element that I'm going to use, because once I use that, I won't be able to close the book for a while. Like I said, that the last video that I did with the backgrounds on a budget, I actually I'm going to use something from that video for the snow, all those little snow thingies, little snowflakes. Yep, it's going to be tedious, believe me, but it'll probably make the page sparkle a little. So that's what I want to do. And since I am doing that, backgrounds on a budget, maybe I should use what I am trying, testing out every now and then. It would make sense to incorporate them in my pages here and there. Okay, I think I got all the little spots here and there that I needed to get. I usually like to do, I know I like getting messy when I'm doing this stuff, but I usually like to use my fingers. But I can't do that today because there's just too many pine needles in the way here, making it a little difficult to do it with your fingers. I'm trying to see what I made the snow on the branches with. See all that, and then trying to see where the background is. It's a little bit crazy in here. Okay, and I can do that part over here. I can go back to this to get that done. Aren't cardinals such a pretty winter bird? They look so pretty against the snow. I don't like doing this because then everything gets mixed, but that's not too bad. Actually, that kind of little bit of touches of green that got moved, mixed in. Doesn't look too bad. It's all right. Gives it a different hue. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to do my, look out people, I got a sharp object. But good news is I'm not running with it. See, I don't know what I do, but sometimes I get big chunks off, and I'm trying to shave it, but I don't know. There's got to be a trick to it, and there probably is. Something really simple. Yeah, everybody out there going, "Oh my gosh, somebody teach her how to do that quick." Yeah, please. I'm going to take a cotton ball this time. See if I can get some on there for the, oh, that's not working. Ay, 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 ay. I think this is why I don't do a live. I'd be so engrossed in what I'm doing that I wouldn't be able to see your guys' comments, or I don't really have a laptop or another avenue of looking either, because I just have my phone. I do have a tablet, but it's funky. It just doesn't, it has a mind of its own. It'll tell you if it wants to work or not. This is the sky too, I guess. Yeah, oh crap. I'll get that. You know what? This is irritating me. It's not getting dark or nothing here. I want a little bit of color on these clouds and nothing's coming out. So this is where my finger comes in. Get just a little bit of gray cloudage here. There. Now I can see that there's clouds. Showing my budget, aren't I? Using my finger. Not using any fancy tools. I just want them to be a little bit colored. Now, where's I need another Q-tip. Got a few more of these bits here. I'm sorry if I'm making anybody cringe by my methods here. That's a nice subtle gray there. All right, let me finish this background here. And I'm not wasting that chalk. That chalk's going to go in some little containers that I have. I have little paint pot things that I got at the Dollar Tree to put them in. I'm guessing this is going to be the sky. So that's why I'm doing that, in case you think I'm making a mistake here. Boy, I'm messy. I'm always messy when I do shit like, do stuff like this. Whoops, sorry about that. That was a slip up. Okay, here we go. There's our background, all my background. Nice and simple. There we go. And now I'm going to use our magic a little bit. And you have to check out that that oh, that's right, I was going to show you this quick. It is, yep, it's Creative Haven Winter Scenes. Yep. Before I did this, because I won't be closing this for a little bit. I told you last time that when you use this method, you're going to have to use it as your last resort, because it's going to have time to dry. So I'm going to make all these little guys here stand out. This is my first time using it on a real background, so we'll see what happens. So far so good. It's not giving me issues. And it's sparkly, sparkly. Hope you guys like my idea for backgrounds on a budget, because I mean, like, I got so many ideas coming out now. Things, see, I have that problem when I paint. Whenever I would paint and we go somewhere, I'd see canvases everywhere. You know, like we go thrifting and be like, oh, I can paint on that. I can paint on that. You know, like it was like endless. And now with this, I'm like, oh, I could use that for a background. I bet I could give that a try. So maybe some of my ideas will inspire you to try or think outside of the normal things that artists use for coloring, you know. I like to add bling to my stuff anyway, so this was a good avenue to do that. And I have a lot of glittery nail polishes in my stash, so it's like, why not get other uses out of them too? Take your time, have fun with it. And you don't have to be perfect with it. Just do whatever you want to do to make whatever makes you happy when you're doing your picture. You have an idea, go for it. There's no rules. Well, there is. Be happy. That's the only rule. Somebody doesn't like it. Somebody thinks it's cheapy. Somebody doesn't like what you're doing. Tough. It's yours. It's your creation. Your interpretation. Your your uniqueness put into your work. Your art. Art is like being creative, so whatever you come up with, that's creative. So when my husband comes home, he's going to be surprised when I show him. I'm doing his idea, because his idea was fingernail polish. I told him I was looking at all the makeup and stuff, because I don't wear makeup except for eyeliner. That's it. And so I don't really buy makeup, but I remember using makeup before, because it's basically like using chalk. So I just was over there looking, and he said, what about this stuff? And he pointed to nail polish. And I was like, huh, who'd have thunk it? And like I said, because it's nail polish, the glitter won't come off. It's like it seals itself. It seals itself. So, I mean, I'm gonna spray hairspray over this because I had done it on chalk, but the glitter nail polish itself doesn't need anything extra. But just to be safe, I would not. I wouldn't recommend doing it on a double-sided paper page, um, just in case, because this does have that liquid to it. So I don't know. I mean, like later on, I'll check the back of this when everything is dry. But like I don't know how much of that's gonna go through. You know, I used paper before that was like that. I did all those experiments of all the nail polish on. That was a thin, like magazine paper, newspaper. That was really thin, and it didn't really go through. But not all nail polishes are alike, and their consistency and such. So this is really getting sparkly. Holy moly! This had a lot of snowflakes on it, so that's good. This is what I like to do. I add a little sparkle to the pages. You could probably mix and match too, like if you have a blue, you could do blue here and there. And for the snowflakes, instead of just using, I'm just using all silver right now. Okay, let me shake this puppy up. It's starting to all settle, and I'm not getting as much glitter. Whew. Whoa, I just saw something. Oh, there's another drop. That could have been dangerous. There we go. See how quick this is now that I shook it up. Awesome. There's no wrong way of doing it either. And I like that I have that silver on top of the red bird. Really shows up nice. Now guaranteed your house is going to smell like nail polish for a little bit. I'm over here sniffing the fumes of my nail polish. If you don't like that smell, I guess that's why those ladies always wear those masks at nail salons, because that smell gets so bad after a while. That would probably give me a massive headache. I get headaches from certain perfumes. And here's something strange, speaking of that. And I don't know why it is, but if I smell the smell of vanilla, I will instantly throw up. And I don't know why that is. I don't know what happened that happened like that for me. But yeah, I have that issue, and I don't know what it is, but it just triggers me. And so, yeah, I have to be careful that I'm not around a whole lot of people that have, if I'm in an area that has, I got a little too much there. if I'm in an area that has a lot of, I don't know, a lot of people are going to be, see, I can fix that. Look at that. That's how you fix it. If I'm in an area where when I know people are going to have a lot of perfumes and stuff, I just mouth breathe. I don't know what it is that does that. Yeah, I mean, like when I had COVID and I didn't have the smell, I was like, yeah, that's a good thing because I don't have to worry so much. You go to places like maybe to church or whatever, and people wear their perfumes. You gotta just be careful you're not around anybody with. I usually have my family tell me, "Hey, I think I'm smelling vanilla over here," and that's just the only. It's the only scent that does me in. The other ones just, if it's too much, it gives me a headache, but it doesn't affect me like that. I don't know why vanilla does. It makes absolutely no sense. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see me. You know what I'm gonna do here? It's what I should have done to begin with, and I'm sorry I didn't. I'm gonna bring you down closer so you can really see those sparkles. Well, now I feel better that my page is going to be complete. And I used something that I made a video on earlier to test, and it's actually working out to be a good addition. And I was able to spend some of my Saturday having a coloring time, and I spent it with friends. I hope I get to see other people using some of these ideas too. My kitty cat just yelled at me. She's been sitting here sleeping on my chair. So I'm like on the edge of the seat. When I got up and I sat back down, I disturbed her. So she had to meow at me. You know how it is. Who owns who, right? Who rescued who is what it is. And I think I got all the snow now. I believe I got them all. And now they're all shiny, shiny. Over here, they're drying. Yep, look at that. Look at that. They're already dry on the other side. On this side, they're already dry. I can put my finger on them and nothing happens. So that's pretty cool. Look at that. Look how pretty it looks with all that snow. I mean, it looks better in person. The doesn't do it justice through the camera, but there you have it. One of my longer videos, I'll say. But yeah, now you can see what it looks like when you actually do use the nail polish on the page. And just leave it open and leave it dry for a little bit and be all good to go. Thank you guys for stopping by and trying this out with me. And I hope we can have some more fun, and I hope you try and do some of the stuff that I'm bringing up as ideas and twerk your creativity a little bit. Alrighty. You guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend. If I don't pop in here tomorrow, which I might make myself have a little break again. And stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy, stay colorful. And if you're like me, it stay a little creepy. See, this isn't creepy. I'm not altogether creepy, but I do like my horror stuff. Just saying. So anyhow, please give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Comment. Let me if you have any ideas. And if you like this idea, if you're going to try it. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye for now, guys.